majority of the 10 plagues are here. The first 7 plagues.
Yeah.
And
well, what I was going to say is that I have some homework for all of our audience, and that is I would ask them when they find time to watch the wonderful documentary. It's only about 15 minutes long, but it's chock full of imagery. And anyway, it's from the team there at Jerusalem Lights in Israel. That is your 2 fine sons, Hillel and Shlomo, and they put it together. It's one of the best things I've seen on the subject, and they tackle the plagues. I tackle this in my book, but they bring it to life visually. They tackle the plagues and how each of them is a symbolic strike against each of the gods that were worshipped in Egypt.
In fact, that film is called The Fall of the Gods of Egypt, and it is available on our Jerusalem Lights YouTube channel.
Yeah, and it's perfect companion viewing for this week's Parsha, because it connects each of these gods and how Hashem showed the people of Egypt and their king. I got it. I created these things.
It's actually the only way to understand Hashem's statement that he is going to execute judgment against the gods of Egypt. Where do we find that? The plagues themselves. The plagues themselves undermined the very underpinnings of the beliefs that they had in these gods.
Yeah, I mean everything you say. Everything depended on the people believing that their Pharaoh was a god, and it's what controlled them.
When Pharaoh was first confronted with the demand made in the name of the God of Israel to let my people go, he responded, "Who is the Lord that I should obey his voice to let Israel go? I do not know the Lord, and besides, I will not let Israel go." The 10 plagues that followed were the ultimate answer to Pharaoh. They demonstrated God's complete control over the forces of nature, and by facilitating the children of Israel's exodus from Egypt, proved his direct intervention in history. But there was another aspect to these plagues. In the book of Numbers, we read that the Lord had struck down their firstborn and had wrought vengeance against their deities. This verse introduces us to the very interesting idea that not only did the plagues prove the absolute sovereignty of the God of Israel, but that they also demonstrated the complete futility and falseness of the Egyptian gods. Each plague was aimed at undermining a specific deity or deities venerated by the Egyptians, as we shall now see.